If you have not already heard, a third explosion has happened in Rivers State. These militants are obviously determined. They are not resting after just one explosion or two bombings of a pipeline. Now, a third one happened just during President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's speech was ongoing yesterday evening at 7 p.m. A third pipeline explosion occurred. You all, before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button down below. Also leave your opinions in the comments section below as well. Let me know what your take on this state of emergency matter. Do you think that Tinubu was too quick to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State, or do you think that the state of emergency is going to work? Because obviously, a lot of people have expressed the opinion that the state of emergency was too quick, to be declared by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and they think that both Tinubu and Wiki are in agreement on something, and that Tinubu is trying to annex, Rivers State. Let me know what you all think on that. I just hope that these militants are going to cease fire, because this is going to be terrible. What happened under Yar'Adua's regime, we don't want a repeat of it. And like I said yesterday, it's so sad that this is happening at a time where, Nigerians are experiencing for once a reduction in petrol price, and we are just starting to brace. Nigerians are just starting to brace because the prices are just coming down slowly, and all of a sudden we are now experiencing this. Obviously, with these three pipeline explosion, the production of petrol is going to reduce drastically, but I just hope that this situation is quickly salvaged. Like I said, give this video a massive thumbs up, leave your opinions in the comment section as well. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. The whereabouts of Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara is currently unknown after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu declared a state of emergency in the state. Newsroom Nigeria reports that Tinubu's declaration included a suspension of the state executive and legislature for 6 months, with Admiral Ibok Ete Ibaz, retired, appointed as the sole administrator to oversee the state affairs during this period. Sources close to the situation revealed to Newsroom Nigeria that Fubara was initially in a meeting with some visitors at the government house in Port Harcourt watching the president's broadcast. However, following the broadcast, Fubara abruptly called off the meeting and left the government house for an undisclosed location with some of his aides. In the wake of the emergency declaration, security personnel assigned to various sections of the government house were reportedly replaced, though it is unclear who authorized the change. There are also unconfirmed reports suggesting that officials of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) have begun investigating some state officials in connection with the ongoing crisis. The situation remains tense, and further details are awaited as development unfolds. You all, let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. According to reports, that same yesterday that the state of emergency was announced, military personnel has been, have been offloading, in Rivers State since the state of emergency was declared, and immediately the declaration was made, things have, changed, securities have been changed, and the retired admiral has taken over with immediate effect. You all, let me have your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. Before we go, guys, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. Lucky Ogili says, those that were talking rubbish, supporting and encouraging foolish Bara to continue fighting Wiki and the 27 lawmakers have suddenly keep their mouth shut. I think that some people are pretending that like they did not know the efforts that Fubara made in making peace. Let's be honest. Throughout all of this crisis of feud that has happened between these two, Wiki did not give an opportunity, for settlement. And according to IZP man, who did that one organization in Rivers State that was trying to, intercede between the two and trying to see if they can, settle this matter, Wiki wasn't even giving them an audience. He wasn't even giving room for settlement at all. I'm not saying that Fubara is clean in all of this, but throughout this crisis, leading up to the state of emergency declaration, we all saw that Fubara still tried to make peace. He still tried to do the right thing. But on the other hand, did we see Wike do the same thing? Did we see Wike do the same thing? Just after this man tried to present the budget to the 27 lawmakers after the Supreme Court judgment, these people shut the gates on him. They shut the gates on him. They were not trying to give him an audience. They were not even trying to entertain any meeting or sit down to have any meeting with him. And that same Friday, last week Friday, despite all of the threats that has been issued by the militants and everything, they took the first step of impeaching Fubara. The documents were signed last week Friday and then sent, to Fubara on Monday, 17th. So despite the fact that I agree that these two people have their own, lapses, notwithstanding, I saw one person, trying to make amends, trying to make peace, just for peace to reign. But the other person wasn't ready for it. Moving on, they thought that Tinubu is like Buhari, that will have allowed rivers to burn into ashes if he was still the president. What happened yesterday is just the beginning. Those fomenting trouble will never be spared by the president. It is unfortunate that Fubara did not listen to the wise advice of Fayose. Adeniyi Joshua says, "My first personal view, which may not be popular, is that for peace to reign in rivers, to secure lives and properties, President Tinubu's decision is okay, but bias. Rivers State is peaceful and developing, but Wike is the clog in the wheel of peace and progress in rivers. Removing Fubara without removing Wike is an indication that Tinubu has ever been the backbone for Wike to have been misbehaving ever before the general election some years back." I think that the militants who have been bombing, the pipeline, I think they will relent if they at least see Wike suspended from PDP or see him removed as the FCT minister, because that will give them a win to some extent. That will make them feel like, okay, these people are doing what we are asking for. They are doing, what we are agitating for, what we want. It will just give them a win. Because the more Wike stays, the longer it stays as the FCT minister, it's going to be difficult to just resolve this. I don't think a state of emergency is going to resolve it, because these people are actually fighting for Fubara, the same Fubara that they are fighting for, which is the reason why they went ahead to bomb the pipelines, has now been suspended for 6 months. And Wike, who they are fighting against, is still the FCT minister. Don't you think that would still make them continue to bomb pipelines? Why I understand this measure, I understand it. Some people have expressed that it's quite early, it's so quick. But on the other hand, I understand why the president might feel the urgency to act, because we saw what happened during Yar'Adua's time when, the militant was wreaking havoc in the Niger Delta region. We saw what happened, and, that experience, with that experience, it would not want a repeat of that, which is why, they quickly swung into action, and declared a state of emergency. But on the other hand, I feel like these militants also want to see that, Wike has been cautioned, he has been disciplined one way or the other. Jacob Emmanuel says, "The governor no get sense. Where are the likes of Ugochinyere, Falana, and that old ugly riverman?" Collins Govt says, "It's the stupid writer that Israel's presence is unknown. Fubara full ground in PH." Adu Oluwapelumi says, "Former Governor Fubara has made up his mind to implement President Asiwaju peace accord, but Rivers elders misled him. Leaders late Edwin Clark, Peter Odili, Uche Secondus, Asari Dokubo, Celestine Omeya are the problems of former Rivers State Governor. Prophet Ayodele Fayose, former Ekiti State Governor, has warned Fubara at the dinner night for Fubara on May 29, 2023. Just imagine." Lehman says, "You can run, but you can't hide. Even in the creeks, you will be dragged out." Oyeleke Kayode says, "I told you people that Fubara will Subara." What did they? Let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. What do you all think of this? Thank you very much, you all, for always listening and watching, guys. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.